Hey there. So about an hour and a half ago or so, I was in just my patio here cleaning out the milk machine. I always like to do a good water rinse before I take it out to the field. Everything was working just fine. Got it out, got the cows in the stanchion, and lo and behold, it wouldn't start. In fact, what was happening, I'm going to start up and you'll hear the sound. It's probably hard to hear on the camera. I don't want to let it run too long because I don't want to burn anything out. But there's like a humming sound. So, of course, that moment of panic sets in, and like, oh no, what's going on here? And then I looked down at my clock. It was about 4:40 p.m., so about 20 minutes before Mitty Dairy Supply closes. So I was able to give him a call. Thankfully, got Jacob on the phone, who's been super helpful before, and he sent me a link to a video that I will show below. But I wanted to walk through how exactly I'm going to diagnose what I think is the problem. So I'm actually not sure. He said at high degree of confidence this is the issue. So I'm going to take him at his word. I'm going to walk you all down that. And obviously if we're along the way and it's not it, then we'll keep going. So the first thing we're going to do is take this plate off to see if it is what it is. And that is the motor inside is touching the housing. Because what can happen is in transit, moving the milk machine around, et cetera, hitting bumps in the ground, this whole thing gets knocked around quite a bit. And what I'm suspicious is that the housing shifted a bit and it's catching the motor. So I'm going to show you here in just a second after I get this off. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've got the cover off, and yep. So I can't even turn the thing in here. And normally, I know I've got another video on my page about how to clean up inside of here. So I literally can't even turn this. So that makes total sense that this is touching the housing and that's causing it to spin. So what I'm going to do is safety first. I'm going to unplug this guy. Take a sip of my coffee. All right, now what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna loosen these 4 bolts. We're gonna take this housing unit and just hopefully shove it up just a smidge and tighten them back up again. I think that it's a different size bit. I'm not positive. Yep, just slightly larger. Make sure you get yourself a nice good torque set. Comes in handy. So it looks like it's what do we got here? We got a size 6. Let's see if this will work. I'm gonna put my extender on here. And so he told me on the phone you don't have to loosen up the whole way. So I'm just gonna break the seal, which is pretty tight. I've not had to loosen these up before. This was the same. The first time I did the housing was pretty tight on there. I'm trying to be real careful to not strip it out. There we go. All right. Takes a little bit of pressure. Try to be careful. Okay. Yeah, and I can already see that it's moving just enough, just with even just those 2 screws. I've got to get all 4. We've got a little breaker bar, I guess. All right. So now I am gonna just see if I can just move this thing, and I'm sure you can't see it in the camera, and I apologize. Like I literally just tapped it. Just hitting it a bit. And I don't think I want to make it too much. I just need these to spin freely like this. So I'm actually gonna take these plates out while I'm in here. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a cleaning. It's been a little bit anyway. So I've got it spinning freely. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tighten these guys back up again. That's it. Oops, knocking it wrong. Okay. Okay. I might give those one more crank after I validate. It's just running in a second here. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and spin. All right, so that's looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. Remember, you can start this thing up with the plates out. Never start it with the plates in because they'll come shooting at you. And then I'll go ahead and clean it up here in a second, but let's just make sure it's gonna spin on us. All right, so perfect. So it's humming again. There's some clearance. You know, it's not a ton of clearance. And to be perfectly frank, I'm not entirely sure like how big a clearance it's supposed to be. So this is really good to know that this could indeed, you know, if you're working a shop like, you know, like mine, there's a lot of bumps from here to where I actually do the milking. I don't have like a real smooth path. So I'm gonna need to keep an eye on this. It might be that this happens again soon, and if that's the case, I might end up just doing the same thing, but pulling it out a little bit more. All right, so I'm gonna clean it up. I'll get some paper towel, clean out the plates, maybe sand them off a little bit if there's anything real built up, get some Q-tips, get in there a little bit. One thing to note, ouch, that hurt. One thing to note, I know one of the videos on there says to spray WD-40 in there. I was advised to not do that. Do like a carb cleaner or brake cleaner or something like that. Not WD-40 because the carbon itself actually helps to lubricate. So I think we're good to go here. I'll go ahead and close up. Thanks for watching.